Alright, so on my way to the studio now, we're doing last day of a 3-day production with a brand that we've worked with a number of times. Another skincare brand, which they are coming to market with a new product, and we're helping them create the assets for creating the awareness both in advertising and in organic for that product coming to market. It's a good job for us because one, we do a lot of product work, and two, in the skincare realm, there also needs to be some shots of the models showing some of the products on them, showing some of the results, the before and after, and also just telling the story of the product through a person. A lot of brands come to us in that scenario where they are creating a new product and we help them get it to market. Loose Cannons, we have become kind of product launch specialists, whether that's an established brand who already has a number of products and they're just creating a new product and need to bring this new one to market, or it's a new brand entirely, new product never seen before. There is some similarities in the two, but there's also quite a bit of differences. Establishing a brand new thing, new brand that's never been seen before, it doesn't have a lot of eyes on it initially, so gaining that initial attention takes a different amount of scope and a different approach than it does working with an established brand that is bringing a new product to life. So there's ups and downs to both, of course. One of the reasons why I bring this up is because the other day I was working with somebody who we worked with a number of times before, and they were kind of unaware of exactly what Loose Cannons was about. They knew that we had launched this agency, Loose Cannons, and knew that it was something, but didn't know what it was. It made me realize that it's not entirely clear what it is we do. So this person that we had worked with a couple times before on set, and even though we follow each other on social and they saw some of us talking about Loose Cannons, they were still very unaware of what exactly it is we're doing. And that just kind of made me realize that even this person that is in my circle a bit and has seen stuff still doesn't know. So people who aren't in the circle as much or have not seen as much really don't know what we do. So trying to establish a line very quickly that explains what we do, and that's kind of difficult because we do a lot of different things. If I could focus it down to one thing, it would be that we help brands and their founders tell their story. And a lot of times that is with a product coming to market in the initial phase of that story. And our agency, we've built it so that we can work from the very beginning in the product and brand development part of it, all the way to the advertising and the customer acquisition and the customer retention. A lot of our core in the past has been these productions, and that's still a big core for us, what we do, because we have tons of experience on set and creating these assets. And what we've done is kind of expanded both the before the production and the after the production. So we're no longer just giving the assets to the client and saying, okay, you run with it. We now offer our support in the continuation and the performance of those assets. We also offer the creative and the art direction and the development of the story and the campaign before creating those assets. And all that stuff, it's all very important to have all these things aligned. And that's why we feel it's better for both us and our clients to be there in the early stages and be there afterwards. So it's like we're all same team, same goal. I'll try to explain it better and more concisely, but I think I have to kind of continue developing what that quick line is so it's easily understood that this is what we're doing. And part of this content that I'm making and Kieran's making and Ian's making, is to tell more of the story about building this agency, because we're only a year and a half in at this point with the agency, even though each of us has basically more than 2 decades of experience working separate and a lot of that time together. But the agency is still very new. We kind of did a soft launch last year and didn't really push on it at all, just got it established and started to figure out what our foundation is and our position in the market is and how we want to help our clients and how best we can serve them, essentially. Basically, just a couple months ago did we really start pushing the agency. So it's still very new, and we hope to continue telling the story of building the agency, and hopefully that's interesting for people. If anything, worst case scenario, it's good for us to look back and sometimes cringe at what we've created before, I'm sure, and just have an archive of these times when we're starting out, and it is hard in these times. It's challenging, but I think a lot of times you can reflect back on your challenges and see that it was really one of the best times getting through those challenges. So that's part of why we're doing it, and I'm kind of rambling now. That's what I have today. On my way to the studio, going to do a production, and hopefully I've better explained what Loose Cannons Agency is about. I'll continue to refine my definition with that and hopefully get it more concise. You'll be seeing me talk about the agency quite a bit, of course. I want to continue with my content talking about both the kind of personal development and the work and agency development, because they're aligned. They're really the same thing for me. I don't really see separation in my work versus my life, quote unquote. I try to make them one and the same, and I try to make my work, I know I said I wouldn't use that word, so go back, to make my creation something that I don't see as work, I just see as part of my life, and that's really been the goal. If you made it this far, I appreciate you listening, and I'll be hopefully starting to record more frequently again soon. That's part of the plan, but we'll see. There's always things that come up, and I've struggled a little bit trying to find the place to keep this a consistent thing in my schedule. I already have a lot of things that I try to do every day, but I'm going to continue to work that into the schedule to keep it more consistent and keep bringing these thoughts to everyone. So again, if you've made it this far, I appreciate your time, and more soon.